welcome back to my channel. I'm Liam. 2072 in this AFL Fantasy round 11. Oh, not overly too bad considering I had a Mitch Duncan sitting on the bench after his concussion last week. So one primo down, round rank at 10,000 and actually moved up 100 spots to 9.2k. So wasn't the worst week at all. A few poor scores, but there's certainly some monsters that helped push this, turn this round into a half decent one. The starting in defence, my trade in for the round, James Harms, scored a nice 97. I liked his role when I brought him in and like it now. He's got mid status, which might be a little bit handy for the buyers as well. But midfielders, even with their stat midfield, getting some decent time in there and getting the ball, with Melbourne dominating, their midfielders always score a fair bit, and with a gun ruckman as well. 90, I expect 95 from him here on, and at 550, that was a good steal. Markov, a solid 90 against a poor Hawks team. But at 550, you take that score. He's pretty much, a lot of people probably still have a rookie in that spot. So a 90 at D6 isn't overly bad. Tommy Stewart finished with 96. Had a very slow start. He always has very slow starts. He was 33 at the half, I think, but loves to pick it up late when Geelong chipped the ball around. Finished with 96. Nothing to be sad about. Short, solid 110. You take that every day of the week. He was 73 at the half, slowed down a bit, but 110 is a good score, and finally bounced back from a couple of from last week's shocker. Laird 75, couldn't get the much hands on the ball. Gave away a lot of free kicks as well, but he's someone that everyone pretty much has, so it doesn't overly affect anyone what he scores. Jordan Ridley, pretty disappointing. Me picking him over Mills early on in the season's cost me a fair few points, but I just have to ride it out. Need more teams kicking behind so he can get a few more kick-outs to his name. Highmore, fairly solid, good 51 on the bench. Hopefully he can replicate that and keep his spot in his team for throughout the buys. Picked it up late. He was on about 15 at three-quarter time, but got a few cheap possessions in the last quarter, which is handy. Murray is hopefully going to be my 19th, 20th man during the buys. He's not a fantasy player. Only picked him up so I could get Josh Kelly last week, but probably there were better options out there that I might have missed. Starting in the midfield, McRae had a cracker Friday night, handy VC. Didn't have to worry about picking a captain, which probably I was tempted. I was 50-50 between Grundy and Hall. I might have made the wrong decision, but luckily didn't have to make that. And captaining Grundy, Duncan, there was no worrying about a Finlay McRae or someone medical subs coming on, so he was handy for that. Duncan, Taranto, awesome. Very bad disposal efficiency, but who cares about that? AFL Fantasy. Racked up 36 touches and 143. Absolute gun, along with Merritt with 132. Stepped up late when the Bombers piled on in the last quarter, and is finally paying us back for a couple of low scores that he had throughout the season. McCluggage, pretty disappointing. I don't know if he got a knock right on quarter time siren as he was on 48 and only had 5 possessions after that, including a goal, which somehow got him to 81. I hope he's alright, but that's not good enough for someone I paid for 110s, 105, 110s for, so a bit disappointing in that, but hopefully he can bounce back. My 3 rookies, Jordan, Robertson, Collier, Dawkins, you have an average of 70 between those three, you take it any day of the week. And it'll be handy for this bye. And Jordan for the busy round 13 bye as well. He'll be very handy. And making some nice cash that I hopefully can utilise for later on the season. I have a fair few rookies that have nearly peaked in price, so perfect timing as always come at the same time, but handy if some rookies can come through. I can get some decent upgrades to happen. Burns and Bianco, again, rookies in the midfield doing very well, 69-71. Burns played on field. Take that every day of the week, and hopefully they continue that in the next two bye rounds, which probably is an advantage of mine of having some decent bench cover compared to some other people. Ruck's disappointing for the first time in a while. Grundy, I can't overly complain. He was having a pretty decent game. Just got an unfortunate neck injury. Hopefully he's all right. I think the news is he isn't overly bad. I don't know how many games he will miss, or if any. But if he does, I'll probably go straight to Gawn to fix that up. Flynn bounced back after being 12 at the half. I was a bit worried. But again, I think I probably shouldn't complain about a 61 from a rookie. He's made 370k. And he'll be handy through those last two bye rounds as well. I'll probably trade him out after that. And Riley Tilthorpe, solid 54. Hopefully he can get up to that 400 mark and be handy throughout the buys. Forward line, Premiers, very happy with this. Zeeble 99, Kelly 108, and Hall 124. 3 trade-ins in the last 6 weeks. And I'm reaping the rewards from that. I can't complain about my trade-ins this week. It's probably my starting team that affected me a little bit too much. I'm glad to reaping rewards in those. Unfortunately, those 3 do have the bye this week, so we'll have the forward line will be rookie heavy this week. But hopefully, throughout the last couple of bye rounds, they can bring me up the ranks a little bit. Tommy Phillips finally can go in this week with his bye. Got to 76. He showed early that he was on 20 odd at the quarter, halfway through the first quarter, but then of course just slowed down like he usually does to get to a 75. Warner is a rookie, can't play in 52, but he could have been on. He dropped. Tried to take on a man, didn't kick the ball, could have been on 61 and then gave a free kick away. So could have been on 61, but he ended up 52 in the end, but oh well. And rookie roulette with Kaczynski over Rowe, oh well. It cost me 23, but I thought against the Suns he might do a little better. And Rowe against the Tigers got to 52 in the end, but didn't look overly worrying of him going 100 to stuff up my rookie roulette trades, but hopefully he can do alright throughout the buys to help me out as well. Treacy 38, hopefully is a 19th, 20th man like Murray. I think upcoming buys and Sharp did not play. He'll probably be stuck in my team for the rest of the year. I've got nothing. 200k is pretty useless at this stage. So hope you all did better than me. I'll have a trade talk on Tuesday for the upcoming buy rounds, if hopefully they do go ahead. I haven't heard any bad news as of yet. So till then, have a good Monday and Tuesday, and thanks for listening.